Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Apologetically Me. I'm Maggie.
I'm Wanda.
And we're here with episode 69. Haha. We're gonna personify some companies, I guess. But before we get started, Wanda, tell the people what you got going on.
So, because I don't really have much of an update this week, I'm just going to talk about something that's been really helping my workouts. I have been one of those people that when I drink pre workout, which is like a thing that's supposed to give you the pump, which is supposed to make your muscles look bigger after like working them out, it doesn't really work for me. I've never really noticed a significant difference in energy or like the so-called pump that it's supposed to give. But what I've been recently doing is trying creatine. And creatine is one of the most researched supplements out there. But again, this is not medical advice in any single way. I'm just saying that if pre workout doesn't work for you, you could try creatine because it kind of also gives you a little bit more energy if you take it 30 minutes before a workout, because it kind of increases the water retention of your muscles. So your muscles look bigger. You might gain a little bit more strength. I think there's like for women especially, it's good for like if you lose bone density later in life. So like it helps with that. Your body naturally produces it anyways. The caveat is that if you don't drink enough water or if you take too much creatine, you get severely dehydrated, um, and you start getting a headache. And also, there's nonstop going to the bathroom because you're drinking so much water.
Are you speaking from personal experience or this is just something you researched?
This is speaking from personal experience.
Oh
Me, like
no.
Jordan and I have both like started taking it, and if we take like too much in one sitting, like the recommended dose in like one sitting, we get headaches, because I guess we don't drink water fast enough. But if we take half of it, then we're fine. So we take like half and then half later. Um, but if you have any meetings in between taking creatine, be prepared to be holding in your pee for the entirety of the meeting.
Yikes.
Yeah. But
Hmm.
other than that, really interesting the effects that it's had. I feel like my muscles have gotten bigger than they have in the last like 2 years of my training. Um, and I kind of like enjoy it, like the routine of taking creatine, collagen, and Gatorade.
Wow, Gatorade.
Yeah, that's the secret.
Huh.
Again, caveat: creatine tastes awful. Um,
Ugh.
so it's like a chalky taste almost, and it doesn't really dissolve like properly in water and stuff. And don't let anyone tell you that it does because it doesn't. Um, so I usually shoot it with like some Gatorade and like some liquid collagen to make it taste a lot better.
Hmm. This is good to know. Um,
Oh,
I will also do some research and then I will ask you what specifically you buy because it sounds pretty cool.
yeah, I feel like I've become like a gym bro. Like I feel like I'm like slowly
You've
like
been a gym bro
getting
for a while.
like I feel like I'm getting sucked in deeper. Like I go to like a Popeye supplement store and I become like one of the bros there, and I feel so weird about it. Like I cuz like they're like, "Oh yeah, like I tried this and like that supplement and like this is I've gotten this effect and that effect," and like they're really like I don't know. I feel like I'm just getting like gym bro like person gym bro pilled. Maybe
this
that's
is
the
this is how cults form.
yeah, I'm in the supplement cult, the gym bro cult.
Well, at least it's a healthy cult, I guess. Well, yeah, it's healthy to a certain degree.
Healthy but expensive cult.
When you start steroids, that's when I'll be like, maybe like stop it.
But yeah, that's my update. What's your update this
Nice.
week?
Um, no really big update. I'm just like planning out my summer vacations. My vacation to Tobermory is coming up. It's only like a 3 day thing. Some bad luck that it's raining basically like most of the days that I'm there, and it's too cold to go to the beach, which is what I had intended to do when I was at Tobermory. But I'm not gonna let it get in the way of all the stuff I booked because it is a lot of money. Like, you would not believe how much money it is just to go see Flower Pot Island.
How much money
Ridiculous.
is it?
It's like $57. It's a
That
like a cruise basically because that's how you see like the shipwreck underneath. But
ah,
like,
I've done that.
oh shit, really?
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
It was kind of like so I think they have like this boat where it's like clear glass
Yeah.
underneath. So then like when it goes, yeah, okay. Yeah. It's it was interesting when I was a kid.
Shit.
Um I the rest of the boat ride was just eh,
They give you like 3 hours on the island.
oh, I don't again, it was probably in grade 6 when I did this, so I don't remember much of it, but it was neat.
So what else? So Tobermory, I have my trip with my family coming up. My family is not planning that. I am planning it. Uh, Classic. And then I am also planning my trip with my boyfriend, which he is also not planning. And I have asked, hey, do you want to help me plan it? And he said, no thanks. How about you plan it? I'm just good with anything. So this is going to be truly. I'm okay with planning it as long as people don't complain, I think.
Mm. I would like to not plan it, which is why I think we travel well together.
Because I plan.
Yeah. No one in my life plans it. It always like other than the two of us, it always falls on me. And I hate it.
Yeah, I'm thinking so the easiest like scapegoat for me is like planning day tours where I like look through a tour company and I'm like, okay, they got it for now. I don't have to plan a day.
Damn. That's like are they expensive?
Depends, I guess, because you still want like the best bang for your buck. So it's a lot of research, but it's not
Mm.
bad. So far, the ones I've gone on, like, I guess I have nothing to compare it to. So like they could literally be taking advantage of me and I would not know. But it's great. And now I see why my mom, when we were younger, always booked tours. And I was like, why do we keep going on tours? We can do this on our own, mom. But now I get it. She didn't want to
Gosh.
plan it.
Yeah. So when are you going? So when is all like what is all the dates for
Oh,
everything?
Tobermory is July, so this weekend. Well, Sunday to Wednesday. And then my Ireland and Scotland trip is in August. And then my Netherlands and Belgium trip is in September.
I can't believe you're flying to Europe and then flying back and then flying to Europe again the next month.
Yeah, that was a lot. Originally, they were going to be like 2 weeks apart. And then I was like, no, I don't think I can do that. That's going to be like, I might as well have just stayed there this whole time. So, yeah, it'll be interesting.
You should have invited Nick on your family vacation.
Honestly, I was thinking about it, but then I was like, I kind of just wanted to be a family vacation.
Mm. Technically, you could be family one day.
Yeah, and when that day comes, then he can come.
Okay.
He can come with our child.
Yeah, you're the babysitter. I'm gonna go have fun.
Bye, because you wouldn't help me plan.
Yeah. Yeah, you said you wouldn't complain. You're fine with anything. So this is what you had to
Yeah.
do.
Exactly. Yeah, but I'm pretty excited. This will be a fun summer. I will not let COVID get in the way. But I'm kind of concerned because my mom and my brother haven't gotten COVID, so that means we got to bring a lot of COVID tests with us.
Yeah, good thing they're still free.
Yeah. Can hoard some.
Mhm.
Anyways, who's your beef or crush of the week?
So, my beef for this week, which is technically an update, but who knows? I woke up on Monday and I had like bumps all over my legs and they were like quite itchy, but I didn't think anything of it. I get like bumps and stuff pretty often. Um, so like I scratched and then slowly throughout the day, I started developing more bumps on my other leg and my arms that have been like steadily growing, but it seemed to have mostly stopped. I, for the life of me, cannot figure out what exactly they are. I've looked up some pictures like on Reddit and Google and everything that look kind of close, but they seem to be centered around like hands and feet, while mine are on like my forearms and my calves. So I'm like, I don't know if this is exactly the right thing. Um, Originally I thought it was hives, and I talked to Maggie about it because and to see if she had something similar with like allergy season and everything, and she did, but now I don't think they're hives either. Um, but I did get stronger allergy medication, and that seems to be helping a little bit. I also got stronger hydrocortisone, as strong as you can get over the counter. And that has also been helping, but they have not gone down. And they're still a little bit itchy. Like if it's been a while since like I've reapplied and stuff. And I don't know. And I don't know, I really want to go to my doctor because she is doing all of her appointments like over the phone. And I feel like that's just going to be a hassle. Like by the time I book a doctor's appointment, be able to talk to her, and then like if I actually like have to go in and stuff, like I feel like it's going to be gone. Or so I hope.
So, two things. One, you should still see your doctor anyway, but I feel like if you talk to them over the phone and say it's like literally like a skin thing, then like there's no way like she'll see you on the phone. Like I think they'll be like come in person instead. But I think first, yeah, you need the phone one. Or like talk to them, talk to a receptionist. I think that's what it is. My second thing is it the creatine? If this is a new thing in your life, are you allergic to something you're ingesting?
So I've been taking creatine for like 2-3 months now. Um, I don't think it's the creatine. Like
Hmm.
everything like I've like analyzed everything I've ate in like the last week and stuff, and nothing I've eaten has been new. Like everything I've had before in my life. Um, and like I thought it was like maybe tofu because I haven't had soy in a while. So then I tried eating tofu again, and it didn't get any worse, didn't get any better. So everything has been pretty consistent.
Hmm.
Um, some people have said online that it could be COVID related, like the after effects of COVID could raise your histamine levels, which
Whoa.
makes you more prone to like allergic reactions and everything. But again, it's been 2 months since I last had COVID, um, so I don't know. I think it's something to do with allergies still, um, because like allergy medication does help it, but I just don't know what exactly.
Hmm. I have also been very itchy, and I think it also might be allergy related, but also unclear. Yeah, it actually might be because I was pretty itchy last night again, and I took an allergy pill before bed, and I woke up today and I was like, that is itchy.
Are you sure it's not just me constantly talking about being itchy that you're like, ooh, I'm itchy now too?
Well, I guess I wasn't like actually realizing how itchy I was because I literally have like scabs on like my hand and like my like this area here and like my thighs and stuff from like scratching so much. And I just have like random scratch marks over my body, and that's from me. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, no problem. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think it
That
might
has
be
been the hardest
allergies.
part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm okay. So like, I'm hoping it's allergies and I'm hoping it'll just go away eventually. Um, like I wake up every single morning with like renewed hope of, hey, maybe they're gone. And then when they're not, I'm like, damn, another depressing day.
Oh,
Yeah. And I don't want to show you because like it's not bad, but like I also don't really think they're gonna show up on camera that well. Um, also it's
just
like
send
weird.
me
We're not
pics later.
yeah, we're not a medical podcast. Oh my god, imagine if one of us was a doctor. Oh
That'd be so great. But it's like technically doctors can't like treat their friends and family, right?
yeah, but but
Ask
you know, like
me.
just the opinion, like just get
Yeah.
being like, hey, like what is this
Yeah.
kind of thing, which is like a thing that I've seen that doctors really hate.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, just the peace of mind knowing that this is not some skin like flesh eating disease or something.
Do you remember that episode of Parks and Rec where everyone sends their dick pic to Anne? The equivalent.
Yes, the equivalent.
Send me your dick pic, Wanda. But it's just your skin stuff.
Yeah, I'll make my arm dick shaped.
Thank you.
Anyways, what's your beef or crush of the week?
My crush of the week is Downton Abbey. Once again, it's something that Wanda has talked about for a while that I'm like, I'll put it off later. And now I love it. Day and night, all I think about is Downton Abbey. That's all I talk about to Nick. I wish he watched it. I just give him the TLDR, and he's like, interesting. And then he got home from the gym last night, and I was watching Downton Abbey, and I said, oh, hey, do you want to watch it with me? And he said, preferably nothing where people have British accents. And I was like, okay, that's rude. And then I let him choose whatever he wanted on YouTube. And he watched his fish videos where everyone there had a British accent because they were in England. And I was like, okay, I get it. You just don't like Downton Abbey.
It's such a weird, like, I wonder if he did that on purpose.
If he did that on purpose?
Yeah, like if he's like, oh, like he just didn't want to watch Downton Abbey, so he's like, I don't want to watch anything with a British accent, knowing that it's like a British show.
And he's also half British. That's why he loves Marmite so much. That's gotta be the only reason. No one naturally loves Marmite.
I thought that was Australian.
Oh, that's Vegemite.
Ah, okay.
Same, same.
Maybe he's just showing interest in the things that you watch, but he's not actually interested enough to watch it himself.
He doesn't like any of that old stuff. Any of
Yeah.
the old 19th, 18th century stuff.
Yeah. After you get through all of the Downton Abbey series
And
and
the
all the
movies.
movies, you can go watch The Gilded Age.
There's another movie. I
Yeah,
saw
it
it
just
in
came out.
theaters. That's insane. I'm surprised the cast is even alive. They're so
How
old.
dare you? Like, I don't know her name, but she was also in Harry Potter.
Oh,
Um,
Professor McGonagall.
yeah, but
Lady
the
Dame
actor,
Maggie Smith.
Maggie Smith, yes. Don't jinx it. I don't want her to die. She's so precious.
Every time I see behind the scenes, she's literally in a wheelchair and looks like she's like gonna die. Like that's
She's
why
still
she's
acting
sitting.
though.
That's why she's sitting all the time in Downton Abbey.
Okay, but to be fair, she's supposed to be pretty old in Downton Abbey too.
Yeah, I guess. And she's
She's like
sitting all the
90
time.
something.
Yeah, I think she was also in the Exotic Marigold Hotel, where her character was also sitting the whole time.
Honestly, imagine being such a good actress that like you could just be like, I need to sit all the time, and people would still be like, hell yeah.
What if, like, her character is always like very posh and like a little bit like stuck up? What if she's not even acting? That's just her.
She's like very like kind though.
Yeah, I like her. I
So
think her character is my favorite, like yours in Downton Abbey. At our listeners, watch Downton Abbey. I don't know why it just captures you in like that.
yeah. It's surprising because it's not that like drama filled. Like it's definitely slow. And I think that's a thing with all British television. It's pretty slow,
Mhm.
but like weirdly like
It's
good.
addictive.
Yeah.
I think it like takes a while. Like I think it took me until the end of season 1 where I was really like, "Oh, this is good."
Like Parks and Rec.
Yeah, it's not one of those shows that like lead you in, but it's like a show that's like, "Whoa, like, you got my attention." And I don't know what it was, but have it on in the background while you're doing stuff. That's what
Yeah,
got my
it's
attention.
definitely one of those shows.
Moving on to episode 69. Nice. Where we match personalities to the companies and see what they would be like if they were people. We will examine this, we will analyze this, and most importantly, we will give our unsolicited, sarcastic opinions. Okay, the very first one. We'll go through social media companies. Twitter. If Twitter was a person, what would they be like?
Personality wise, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll limit you to 3 words.
Sassy, angry. I'll have a third one. Those are my 2 for now. What are your 3?
I'm thinking opinionated, a little bit dumb, but very woke.
It's so hard because it's like Twitter's like so divided, I guess. Like there's
Yeah.
the it's like there's parts where it's like, I mean, this is all social media companies where it's like they're so hateful and everything. And then there's
hmm
the other side where they're so woke and like doing good things and I don't know, like it's just so like all over the place that it's hard to be like, okay, this is like it's hard to be like this one person would
hmm
have all of these traits. Like it'd be a very confusing person.
This is who my Twitter is. I just see a lot of. I think dumb overall is like a good summary of everyone on Twitter. Because people will
Yeah.
say outrageous things on Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah. It's you know those like things that are like never like expect the unexpected or like never let them know your next move kind of thing. Like that's the
Yes.
type of person like Twitter would be.
Yeah, like they do it for kind of like that surprise effect, like just to get a reaction out of you kind of thing.
Mhm.
I think that's what Twitter is built on the basis of anyways, because it's like you have 280 characters to really like make your mark. You're going to
Mhm.
do things for like shock value.
Yeah. A lot of like companies use Twitter, a lot of like news reporters or journalists, whatever, also use
Hmm.
Twitter to like because like that's the thing that people check. Like people don't necessarily watch the news, but they're like, oh shit, like they're live tweeting this.
Yeah, it's kind of changing the game for journalism because it's
Yeah.
like people are only going to read like the headline or like that quick blurb. They won't actually click on the article. And as soon as they see the headline, they're going to jump to conclusions and like start riots over stuff.
Mhm.
Ridiculous. Next one, TikTok. This one's pretty easy, I think. How would you describe them?
Underage,
Oh.
overtly sexual,
Oh.
um, sometimes helpful. I know that was in three words.
I don't know if I agree with the first two. I was thinking like, what's the word when you have like a really short attention span? Like you're really
ADHD.
a little bit, yeah. Because so they say on Twitter you have 8 seconds to capture someone's attention. On TikTok, I feel like it's even shorter. Like any video that's more than like a minute, I'm like, nope, swipe up.
Any video that's like more than 5 seconds.
Yeah, like you gotta get my attention right away.
Yeah.
Um, okay, maybe the underage part is right. Mostly they're teens. They're people younger than us. They're all underage. If you're younger than me, you're underage. Um, I guess helpful could be true, but also I feel like it's not that helpful because so many people have like bragged about like products and stuff that are not that good.
Sometimes helpful. Yeah, maybe like maybe this should be the glass half empty. Sometimes very not helpful.
It's very entertaining though.
Yeah.
I think it is like my if I'm having a sad day, that's where I go to laugh a little bit.
But they're funny.
Yeah, they're funny.
They're entertaining.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, it's weird because like on one hand, I'm like I can see TikTok as like the 16-year-old very pretty blonde girl who dances. But on the other hand, I can see like TikTok being like a 40-year-old man. So
Oh my.
like I don't know. It's just like if I like imagining it as a person, it's like it's wow, social media is like really hard to capture in terms of
Hmm.
like I guess the exact like thing or personality type they are.
Well, I think TikTok is an underage person.
Yeah, an
And
extroverted underage
yes,
person.
yes. I think it's so much a Twitter where like a lot of misinformation is always like shared.
Yeah.
And it
But
takes a long time to get rid of misinformation on those kind of sites.
also I think like Twitter is a lot older. Like
Mm.
Twitter feels a little bit more mature in comparison to TikTok.
Hmm.
It's grown up, you know?
Hmm. I agree.
Not just because it's been around for longer.
Yes. Okay, Instagram. Ooh, I know this one.
Okay, go.
Okay, that word chuggy.
Yes.
Um, white. Um, that whole gross aesthetic where it's like live, laugh, love.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's how I would describe Instagram.
Yeah. So the average white woman.
Yeah.
um, yeah, I don't know. It's just like fake.
Yeah.
Maybe like someone post plastic surgery. But then again, that's not really a personality type. Someone who's had a lot of plastic surgery. Mm, yeah, I don't know. Fake is the only word I can. But is fake a personality?
It can be.
Yeah. Okay. They have. Yeah, they're just I guess fake and all the things that you said because that makes a lot of sense.
I think so too. Okay, Facebook.
Grandmother.
Yes. Actually, like I have a lot of relatives in Vietnam who are on Facebook, and they're always like late, like 40s, and always posting pictures, always sharing dumb memes,
Yeah.
sharing like a little too much on Facebook.
Boomers, minions, and um Trump supporters. Like
I can see that.
LinkedIn is very much like business professional, like everyone's supposed to, like everyone's so successful, like they're in their ivory towers and everything. Like all about promotions and good news and stuff. But like, I don't know, lately I've been seeing a lot of like emotional posts too. Like, hey, like pray for my daughter, like she's going through this, or like this is the anniversary plot death, or like, oh, I just got married. So like I don't know how I feel about that.
It's becoming, yeah, like super weird. Um,
Hmm.
it almost feels like Instagram, but somehow worse. I think I objectively hate LinkedIn more than Instagram because I use it more, and I really believe when people post like good news story that I'm like, oh my god, their life is perfect. Or when
Hmm.
they, it sounds bad, but when they post the sad news story, I just like zone it out. Like I just don't read it. I just keep going because I'm like, whatever. It's not
It's not what I'm
whatever.
here for.
Yeah, but it's also like it feels like a weird place to post it on LinkedIn.
Hmm. And it's like, I know it's like they're kind of encouraging it a little bit, like, oh, like LinkedIn shouldn't just be where you post like your professional achievements or
Hmm.
failures or whatever. Like it should be about like posting about your life, because it is still a social media, even though if it's, I guess, like a professional social media, and like people should be more encouraged to like talk about themselves and stuff. But I don't know, like it just feels so like not
Fake.
right.
Hmm.
And the shitty thing is, like, I can't get rid of it. It's like a ball and chain that is like permanently attached to me, and I'm like dragging it like behind me
Hmm.
as I'm like trying to walk forward, because it's like that's where a lot of companies post jobs and stuff. And like they're, because I worked kind of like on the back end of this as well, like they do a pretty good job of like screening for like actual like jobs being posted. So like they make sure that the job that you click on when you click on like apply does not make you have to pay for anything, does not redirect you a bunch of times, um and like just like kind of like overall like a little bit of a safety check, kind of like just like ease of use and safety for like the applicant. So like it's good in that sense as well, because there's kind of like a little bit of like a screening ish. It's not that extensive, but it's like a little bit.
Hmm. Good to know.
Yeah. Plus, like if a company pays for it, then you gotta have some money. Because it's not cheap. It's really not cheap. Yeah. So it, yeah. Ivory Tower business professional where
Hmm.
everyone's having success.
I hate it. Every time I talk to someone about LinkedIn, they're like, "Oh, I hate LinkedIn." So no one actually likes it.
Yeah.
It's like I've become like that Mean Girls thing of Katie, how she was like pretending to like LinkedIn and then she actually gets into it and she's like, "Oh, I hate it so much," but she uses it every day. That's me.
Now, okay, what about Reddit?
Oh, it's kind of stereotypical, but I see like neckbeard, like white guy, a little bit like chunky, living in mom's basement, which isn't a bad thing, but he has no responsibilities.
Yeah. Apparently there's this thing called NEET, not in education, employment, or training, is like
Yikes.
NEET, which is like what, I guess kind of what you're explaining, where they don't really, they're not really working, they're not doing really anything else, and they're kind of just like living their life sucking from their parents. But like there's that, but then there's also a part of me that's like very like it's the fandom people, and also there's a part of me where they're just the crazy people.
Yeah.
um because
It's
there's like just so many subreddits.
yeah, and like I say all this, but it's still like my go-to place when I look up advice or like
What?
or when I look up like medical stuff or like
Oh, okay.
you know what I mean?
Not like relationship advice, I
No,
hope.
no, just medical.
Because their advice is, believe it or not, divorce. Again, like social media companies just so hard to encapsulate into like one personality because there's so many like little facets and stuff
Hmm.
and like pockets of people that are just so different. Like you like a 14-year-old girl could be on Reddit, but also like a 50-year-old like veteran can also be on Reddit. And it's just so many different people from all walks of life and everything.
To be fair, the founder of Reddit is living his life now, married to Serena Williams. So,
Hmm. I just saw their daughter is 4 years old.
wow, time flies.
Time literally flies. I swear she was just pregnant yesterday.
Yeah, I thought so too. Um, I think his daughter is named after him, right?
Oh, I don't know. That's funny.
Moving on to commerce shops, e-commerce shops. We're just large boys. Amazon. Who do you think of?
Large boys. That's all I'm gonna refer to, like, for like big like retailers now. You're a large boy. Um, Amazon, greedy, um, terrible, and fast.
Dictator.
Yeah, honestly, like I can see Amazon with like a crown on its head, like a big staff, like a dictator slash king.
Hmm. Yeah, I see that. But I hate how much I use them because they're so fast and efficient.
If it helps, you stopping your use of Amazon Prime is not going to put a dent in the company's profits. Even like if more than you stopped using Amazon Prime, because majority of their profits don't come from their delivery service. Um, so
Yeah.
that's
I remember reading somewhere that they lost money actually.
yeah. In some cases they do,
Hmm.
but
It's
I think it's
mostly their web services.
mhm. So. If you're a company, stop using Amazon Web Services, even though like a big chunk of the internet is hosted on Amazon Web Services. So yeah, I doubt that's gonna happen.
Hit them where it hurts, guys.
Yeah, Walmart.
I think Walmart was like the OG big boy, like the OG like dictator, like hurting small businesses, undercutting everyone's prices, kind of thing.
Yeah, he's like the white, like unsuspecting white man,
No,
where he
he's pretty
comes.
suspecting.
But wait, like when Walmart first came in, I think he was like everyone's like, oh, like it's like this like white guy. He's come in, he's gonna create jobs for the community, and everything, and then bam, he bankrupts an entire city of small businesses.
He's the Ted Bundy.
Yeah, maybe. Like where he's so like good looking and like people and women like talk to him and
Hmm.
everything, but then like he turns around and kills them.
Yeah.
No.
Hmm.
But like not that handsome. Like Walmart's like not that attractive.
Ted Bundy was not attractive. Only the Zac Efron version was.
Okay, but wait, the one of the main draws of Ted Bundy was that he was an attractive male. Like people thought he was attractive, which is why like a lot of women flocked to him.
This is yeah, ladies. Just wait a few years. You'll see way better looking guys come out.
Um Walmart would be like budget Ted Bundy. Like so like if this was like Zac Efron top, Ted Bundy at the top, and then like Ted Bundy as like the average point, it'd be like Walmart budget level Ted Bundy like underneath that.
Do you think was Ted Bundy ever in like Utah or in like one of those states where like everyone just dates their cousin, so they see someone who's like not related to them, they're like, whoa, he's hot.
Um, I don't know. I can look where Ted Bundy spent most of his time.
Oh man, am I gonna be attacked for this?
Attacked for what?
For basically saying women back then only thought he was attractive because they were in like states where they were known to fraternize with their cousins.
He's from Vermont.
Oh, okay, that's great. That's a skiing place, I think.
Oh, he actually was California, Colorado, Florida, Idaho, Oregon, Utah,
Hmm.
and Washington.
Well, That's only the one thing, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, he was apprehended on my birthday in
Aw,
1975.
well,
So,
good for your birthday, I guess.
yeah,
Big things
because they,
happening on August 16th.
because they knew I was gonna
They
be
knew.
born.
They're like, we gotta make this a safer place for Wanda.
Back to the big boys.
Target.
Target.
I see this as a okay, it's one of those people who are like those failure white men who keep like talking about how big they are and then you find out they're actually like lame and like unemployed living in their mom's basement.
I thought Target was like Walmart's sophisticated brother. Like, not that great, but like a little bit better.
When they came to Canada, they were so expensive.
Yeah, but that's also why they failed in Canada because
Yeah.
they literally upped their prices, but then did not offer really anything like they offered in the States, like variety wise and stuff. And it was kind of just a big giant failure. I don't know why they thought that would work as like a business plan.
Yeah. Um Maybe in the States they're seen as like way cooler than Walmart.
I like definitely because I watch like a lot of vlogs of YouTubers and stuff, and like they go like ham in like you like Target haul vlogs or
Mm,
whatever, like $600 spent at Target, and like it actually looks like Target has a lot of like nice like home decor stuff and like clothing and everything, but for some reason they just didn't decide to bring that same spice of life to Canada, which is like really weird. Like, why did they think that they were going to be successful here if they did everything differently?
hmm. Maybe maybe like they couldn't get like the approvals for licensing and stuff in Canada.
Maybe that is true. I mean, you do get a lot more options, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
as like a retailer in the States. Like, there's so many things that I see people eating, and I'm like, oh my God, I want to try that. And then I'm like, not available in Canada. Womp.
Been there.
Yeah. That's like the only reason why I don't want to live in the States right now. It's like the variety of like junk that I can get.
So much trans fats.
Yeah. So much high fructose syrup.
Yum. Okay, next one, Costco.
Oh, Costco is like the big boy, big boy.
Yeah, Costco is like every parent. It's like how I see it is their ideal customer is the mom of the family who just like buys a shit ton of stuff because that's what my mom does and Nick's mom and Gabby's mom.
Are you stereotyping that moms have to be the grocery shoppers in the family?
They just happen to be. I hate that. That should be men doing it too.
Yeah. I personally love grocery shopping,
Me
so
too.
like it'd probably be me, even though like I don't really love driving to Costco because it's just so hectic and everything
Mm.
in parking lot, and like we don't even live in a big city. Like there's literally been fights that have broken out in Costco parking lots in like cities near us.
Mm-hmm.
So, um
Yeah. We don't even have a gas station. It's nothing to fight about.
yeah. I mean like it's like Costco's like nice because it's like they're like they pay their employees really well. They like have good employee retention because of that. They kept their hot dogs at $1. Even in Canada. So like I don't know, like Costco's almost like the nice grandfather who hoards everything.
Yeah, I really like that. I think that is a fair comparison.
Yeah. It's
Wholesalers. Good job.
wholesalers. Yeah.
Retail wholesalers. Nice.
Yeah. And it's like kind of insane too because it's like if you get your product into Costco, like I watched a lot of like Dragon's Den and Shark Tank back in the day, and they're like a big thing was like getting their product into Costco because like once you got into Costco, you like reached like multi-million dollars in sales.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Do you remember like OMG clusters?
Yes.
Yeah. So they were like on Dragon's Den, and then they like one of the dragons, I guess, helped them get into Costco or something. And they're like, yeah, they're like, we went from like a couple of $1 million, like over 30 million or something like that. Like they basically exploded. Yeah.
Wow, I really like those.
Yeah. I can't eat them though because they're just so bad for you.
I haven't had them since like I was a kid, probably, but
Yeah.
they're pretty good.
They're not as popular anymore. I think there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot more competition.
Mm-hmm. I don't see them like when I'm grocery shopping or anything, or maybe I do when I zone it out.
Yeah. Brand blindness.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Moving on to fashion. Zara, the fast fashion guru of the world.
I like this is weird because it's like on one hand it's like I see a sweatshop worker, but then on the other hand I see a casual businesswoman who is living frugally.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. But I also see um like an overworked like woman at the top who's like, "Oh my god, we got to keep up. We got to keep up." That's who I kind of see.
Yeah. And that's actually like kind of interesting because like we're gonna do H&M next, but like I remember one of my like business professors actually talking about this where it's like everyone kept on saying like Zara's like lower tier, like fast fashion type of stuff. And he's like, wait, no. Because if you compare it with things like H&M, they're actually a lot more like expensive and quote unquote better made and like um than like things like H&M. So it's like they're almost like they're like middle management and
Hmm.
like
In
um
this world of fast fashion.
in the world of fast fashion where they're
Hmm.
like slightly above the average like employee, but they're still not like the top level executives kind of thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
But yeah,
see Elizabeth Holmes. I don't know why.
that is yeah, budget
Yeah.
CEO. Yeah, I could actually see her wearing like H&M. I mean,
Zara.
I don't sorry, yes, Zara. Don't want to be bitchy to other women, but you know.
In the bad way, where it's like she was in over her head. I was like, we gotta be constantly changing. Gotta change the. Gotta please the people.
Yeah.
And
But
they're
she
like, we
also
can't do this, and she's exploiting people. Yeah.
also a very good swindler though.
Yeah. That's who Zara is now. Now that they don't let me get free shipping.
Yeah. It pisses me off all the time because one like Zara's like shipping was like one of the best that there were,
Mm-hmm.
and then they started charging for it. I'm like, this is terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a little bit weird. I haven't bought anything since though, so I haven't tested it out.
Me too. I ever since you told me that was 295, I've like thought about it. I've even thought about going to stores, but then I was like, you know what? Like it's not worth it. I
Mm-hmm.
just don't want to go shopping in stores. I don't want to go pick up in store. Like it just that $3 extra, like it's just not worth it
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. Exactly. Like it's not a lot, but it's the fact that they won't like they're willing to charge $3. Hmm.
Yeah, when they're like a multinational company,
Yeah.
come on,
Yeah. Ridiculous.
greedy. That's the
Mm-hmm.
personality trait.
Mm-hmm. That's Elizabeth Holmes. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so next H&M.
Well, that's interesting now because now my stereotype has changed since your professor said that Zara is technically higher up than H&M.
Oh, don't let him influence you. What did you think before?
Well, I thought H&M was a little bit better. Like I thought H&M was more like sustainable on top of being fast fashion. Like they seem like the
Te-
people who were better.
Technically, Zara has a lot of like sustainable fashion things too now.
Hmm, shit.
It's like the thing that like a lot of fast fashion retailers are doing.
Hmm. I have more stuff from Zara than H&M though.
Yeah, me too. I think in my head it's like I do find that H&M things are not as good of quality as like
Mm-hmm.
Zara. And then like even style wise, I find that Zara has a lot more well tailored
Yeah.
pieces in comparison to H&M, but H&M does have like a broader like size range than Zara does.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know how to describe H&M then.
High school girl.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. H&M's hard because it's like it's pretty good for like most people say like basics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They do have like good color ranges, good size ranges and everything, but like There's nothing really special about it.
Mm-hmm.
Side story, I remember when my cousin first came to Canada and like he was like looking for like a jacket or something for like fall and I was like, "Oh, like why don't we go to H&M and everything?" And he was like, "No, no, 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 no." Like he was like so against it. He's like, "We have H&M in China. No, 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 no."
This is poor people stuff.
Yeah. Which is like, I wonder if H&M is like that different in China or if we're just like so deep into fast fashion that we just don't really care.
Maybe.
Anyways, next company, Aritzia.
Oh God. Think of everything I described Instagram as, and that's it, Ritzia.
Yeah. It's like snobby, like put together. Like I will say, like very
Mm-hmm.
pretty fashionable put together, but definitely very like I'm better than you. Like I don't know, it's almost intimidating walking into like an Aritzia store and some.
They don't have change rooms. I mean, they do have change rooms, but they don't have mirrors in there. Not a lot of size options. Um, Everything, yeah. They seem to just treat you nicer if you're petite.
Yeah. I mean, I think I have read somewhere that's like if you walk in with like designer bags or like if you look like you're going to spend like a lot of money, like sales associates are always like more willing to help you and stuff. Um,
Yeesh.
but I also like have been like I don't really wear like super like nice things and I feel like I'm like stay away from me.
Yeah. I always get very nervous when
Yeah.
they talk to me.
Yeah. Like I don't it's one of those like things where they talk to you too much, but I also don't trust their opinion at all.
Mm-hmm. But I also get hurt when they help me first and then they see me try something on and they turn away. I'm like,
But
oh,
then
okay.
you
But then I
truly know.
know, I know, but I'm still like, well, you don't have to do that to me, but I guess that's better than anything else. Better than lying to my face.
At our local Aritzia there was like this girl that always worked there and no matter what anyone tried on she'd be like, "Oh my god, that looks so good on you." And like it'd just be like that every single time and I'm like I would look because there's a communal mirror, there's no mirrors like inside the change room itself. People like every single time someone came out and it was like, this might not be so good on you. Like I was like, this doesn't look that great. And then she like, "Oh my god, that looks so good on you." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't trust you."
Yeah, I do not
Also,
like trying stuff on at Aritzia.
yeah. What is up with their sizes too? Like this is a complete side story, but like they're like they don't like I know like they don't really design their own clothes. Like they have designers like Babaton, Wilfred, and all that stuff. And like I don't know if that's associated with Aritzia or if they just buy from those like designers. But like, why are their sizing always like so much smaller than like other places?
Yeah, I don't know. It always hurts my feelings a little bit when I have to go
Mm-hmm.
up so many more sizes, and I'm like, I swear I'm like normal at other stores.
Well, like, don't say like
Normal,
normal.
but like,
Like,
you know what I mean. Like, what felt normal to me that I
yeah.
was like, oh, I'm a monster.
And it's like other places, it's like, yeah, like I fit like I might be like the end of the size range, but I'm like I still fit into like clothes and stuff and they fit me pretty well. But then like I go to Aritzia and I'm like, you only have like a 10. And I'm like, well, this is not gonna fit me. I'm just gonna back out right now. And it's like expensive too.
Yeah, like just a simple T-shirt would be like $40.
I
No
don't think
sense.
I can't even shop there anymore. Like I like sometimes like I go take a scroll and then I'm like, I feel bad about myself. Aritzia has become like a social media company to me.
Yeah, I see that. What do you see for Lululemon? What's in your future?
It's the it's like the yoga mom.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
The one who is living large off of her husband who works some really high paying job and she just like drops off the kids and goes
hmm
off to
hmm
it's it like I know you haven't watched it, but it's like what happened like what was it called? It's like Sarah Jessica Parker. Um oh, I don't know how she does it.
Oh, no, I have
Yeah.
not watched that.
Yeah. So and like I don't know how she does it. She's like she has two kids, like two young kids. She's also like some manager or something at like some financial firm. But then like the other moms, like at the private school that she sends her kids to or whatever, are like, oh yeah, like I drop my kids off around like 7 or 8, and then like I go to the gym and like I stay there until like 2, 3 o'clock, and then like I go pick up my kids again. And I'm like, yeah, that's goals. But that's also what like the Lululemon, like what I think of when I think of Lulu.
That's so funny. When I was at the gym yesterday, I was telling Nick, I was like, man, all those like white women in that yoga class in the middle of the day, they're just living my dream. And he was like, are you not in the middle of the gym? Are you not in the gym in the middle of the day too? Like, what are you complaining about?
Yeah, I mean, he has a point.
He has a point. They could be there on their lunch.
Yeah, they could be there on lunch, but imagine if they weren't and they're just like, gonna get lunch after or like get a smoothie with each other and just chat the day away.
That's
That's life.
literally my like dream day off.
Yeah. Honestly, that is my dream life.
Yeah. So all those Lululemon personalities traits, those are all the ones I aspire to have.
Hmm. It sure is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
Hmm.
So, why do you think we assign these personalities to like the different companies? Like, where do you think it stems from?
I think it's kind of like the main people we see who use them almost. Like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, that's the only reason why I think Lululemon has that personality, or Aritzia has that stuck up personality.
I think it's like part of also like I mean like it's the way that the company positions itself, which means it's kind of like so they choose to hire certain types of people. So then like when people see that resemblance, they're like, ah, I could like dress like that or I could be like that too, kind of thing. So like it's definitely like a making of the company in some ways. But like I doubt like the founders of Reddit are like, haha, we're gonna tailor to neckbeards.
Hmm. That kind of reminds me of like the Abercrombie, like how they repositioned themselves. They started off being like super snobby, elite, racist, to we love everyone, size inclusive, yay.
Yeah, it's actually super funny you mentioned that because when the documentary like Flaming Hot or like something on Netflix came out about like the scandal that Abercrombie had back in the day on the Abercrombie website, it was like inclusivity, like we're so inclusive now. We're donating like this much money to like I think it was the Trevor Fund or something, like just for this month, blah 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 blah. And I was like, huh.
Hmm, interesting. Coincidence.
Coincidence? Yeah, but I guess it's like that is a case of like, ooh, maybe you went too far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I guess it is a little bit of how we perceive them because of the type of people who purchase it, and also a little bit of what the brand or company tries to do when Costco tries to put out that grandfather vibe.
Yeah, I mean they just pay their employees well.
Yeah. Pretty
I
great
guess
grandpa vibe, but we don't see In and Out as a grandpa.
I feel like internet is like that like weird like person who is not overtly religious but is very conservative.
He's like the nice conservative man, like your
Yeah.
neighbor, probably.
But also like donates to anti-LGBTQIA funds in the
Oh, In
funds.
and Out. Why would you do this?
Yeah. You didn't know this?
No, I did not. Now I
Oh.
cannot support them.
They're pretty like pro conservatism.
Oh, In and Out.
They also pay their employees well though, so
Oh man.
do you think it's dangerous for companies to have like to be able to be personified or to have like these things that like people think about them?
I think it's a little bit dangerous because, like, I don't know, it might keep people away. It might attract the wrong type of people. And at the end of the day, these people are companies, you know? Like, even though you'll see, like, all these companies tweeting out, like, haha, funny things, it's like, at the end of the day, like, look at their mission statements, look at what they're doing in the back end politically. Like, In and Out, I had no idea.
That one I'm kind of shocked about because it's pretty prevalent on Reddit.
Oh God, I had no idea.
um, cognitive dissonance. It's like when Nike kind of had that stand with Colin Kaepernick, Ka- Colin K, um, who kneeled during the playing of the national anthem during like an NFL football game, and they had him as one of like their new like athlete sponsorships and everything, and then people started like burning their Nikes um because of that, because they were like so against that and everything. And like, yeah, I guess it's like that is kind of one of those things where it's like a little bit dangerous. Not them supporting him, but the other people.
The act of burning things is pretty dangerous.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Don't burn things unless it's in a controlled pit.
Mm-hmm.
No.
If that's your takeaway today, that should be it.
I feel like if my business prof listened to me talk about all these things, he'd be like, "Oh my god, we talked about this um, in class and stuff. Like, why aren't you saying all those things of like how a company positions itself and everything and blah 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 blah." So don't take away any of that in case like we're very very wrong about how companies position themselves, but instead take away safe fire
Yeah.
protocols.
Only you can stop fires.
Yeah. Thanks, Smokey. Well, thanks for joining us again for another episode. Go like us and follow us on social media, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, whatever one you think personifies us the best. And then go listen to us wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube. And join us next Thursday for another episode of Apologetically Me.
Bye.
Bye.